Okay, this is Letters to You in number 184. And this one's called Super Verse Bottom Daddy. Dear Ewan, I was talking to Jay today about being projected on. He said, "You're pretty brave not wearing a sweatshirt." The weather finally turned cold here in Austin, Texas. I smiled and replied, "Thanks." I then pointed out that I think I'm in the 99th percentile of informational bottoming. I know I need love. Bottoming in the gay world is strange. Most guys are bottoms. It's somehow seen as less masculine to bottom. There are tops that only know how to relate to bottoms denigratingly. It's similar when I'm in workshops, leading or following. There's a natural inclination to hold the information giver or the information top as better or higher or further along. Some people, and I'm clear it's only some, would probably feel safer if I condescended more. It would fit their map of how things are supposed to work. It's not strange to me that when I'm leading, people sometimes want me to think I'm better. I'm very clear that I'm exceedingly excellent at some things and totally helpless in many other ways. It's good to have some weaknesses. Where I'm not an expert is the best place for me to let love in. I bottom. I power bottom. Power means I glance over my shoulder and say, "You can hit it harder." When someone comes at me with strong energy, I take that energy and let it in, and the TV screen of my mind's eye becomes more HD for a sec. It's cool to see more detail inside. I'm also one of the gay guys that doesn't love to bottom for total tops. They don't know the other side. There are exceptions. I'm most attracted to topping guys that I imagine are always pushed into the topping position. In workshops, I tend to love facilitators the hardest, the most directly. I've seen them top and I've seen them bottom, and I know that they know what it's like to be projected on. So the only thing I can think to do to love them more is to not imagine that they're too fragile to see my truths. Students often project something parental at me until they realize what a glutton for love bottoming help I am. They seem to expect me to freak out. They never expect me to say, "That's probably true. I do have a hard time noticing when blank." They always blink like, "Wow, he took it all in one go." It's weird. Spaces on planet Earth haven't seen many examples of powerful people sharing space well, so I've had to build a muscle. It's a muscle that lifts the weight from the world's context of you have to be able to stand alone. Two, it's totally normal to always need love, help, and connection. I can hear it coming during the day. People will start one upping each other, and that's my sign that it's time to bend over, metaphorically. The gay world mirrors it. Bottoms that believe they're still masculine are my favorite. They're doing me a favor, and they know it. When they love me slash top me or just share some wisdom, they hear, "Thank you. I didn't know that. What would you do right now if you were in charge?" And even, "I designed this temple to fall on its face if you decide not to bring the priest or priestess that you are." They love it. I'm basically telling them in this workshop, the lack you see in me is attempting to be space for you to change all of our lives. I flip the script. Bottoming is gangsta. I escaped the parental role. The goal was never to not have needs because not having needs will never be true. One of my needs that I'm clear on is that I don't know all my needs, and people will always be needed to teach me how to be innocent. We are all co innovating a realization that giving and receiving are at least equal. Jordan told me that A Course in Miracles says they're equal. It's more fun to figure it out from scratch together. My innocence comes online and feels stable. There's a direct correlation between that and my sense of needs being cool. I hope you're receiving, buddy. Mike.